Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys predicted to cut ties with Super Bowl champ Speedy receiver. The Dallas Cowboys wide receiver room has undergone a makeover this offseason. Dallas traded for former Pittsburgh Steelers playmaker George Pickens. Additionally, Brandon Cooks departed in free agency as the Cowboys retooled the unit. One veteran who the Cowboys signed this offseason is in danger of never suiting up for Dallas. Athlon Sports' Mike Fisher put together his early projection for the Cowboys' 53-man roster. Pickens joined CeeDee Lamb as Dallas' top two wideouts, with Jaylen edging out the competition to earn the third receiver gig. Jonathan Mingo and Cavani Turpin round out the five receivers to make the roster in these projections. This means newly signed wideout Paris Campbell would be released. The Cowboys signed Campbell to a one-year, $1.3 million contract in free agency, but the deal is not guaranteed, per Spotrac. It was a low-risk move for Dallas to add depth at the position, but it also means Campbell will be fighting for a roster spot when training camp begins. Campbell is coming off earning a Super Bowl ring with the Philadelphia Eagles last season. The wideout was used sparingly, posting 6 receptions for 30 yards and 1 touchdown in 5 appearances during the regular season. Campbell also played in 3 playoff games for Philly. The veteran posted a blazing 4.31-second 40-yard dash at the 2019 NFL Draft, but the wideout speed may not be enough to earn a roster spot. Fisher outlined how he sees the position group playing out. Many in Cowboys Nation were desperate for a more reliable and explosive second-option receiver to CeeDee, Fisher wrote in a May 19, 2025. George Pickens leads new Cowboys 53-man roster projection. You got your wish in the massively important, and risky, trade for George Pickens. Dallas now has 2 number 1s wide receivers. Cowboys must consider releasing another key defender as post-June 1st cut. As the Dallas Cowboys navigate another pivotal offseason, one of the tougher decisions looming over the front office involves a veteran player on defense. With the prospect of a bounce-back season on the horizon after missing the playoffs in 2024, the Cowboys must look at the big picture, leaving emotions out of their decisions. With a potential $7 million in cap savings available by moving on from safety Donovan Wilson as a post-June 1st cut, the Cowboys are faced with balancing financial necessity against team continuity. With significant contract extensions on the horizon for cornerstone players like cornerback Darren Bland, edge Micah Parsons, and guard Tyler Smith, every dollar matters. Wilson, a former 6th-round pick turned reliable starter, became a fan favorite for his hard-hitting, downhill style. But his production noticeably slipped in 2024 after defensive coordinator Dan Quinn departed for the Washington Commanders. Under defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer, Wilson struggled to find the same rhythm, and his once dominant presence in run support and as a box safety diminished. Missed tackles and blown assignments crept into his game, leading many to wonder if his best days in Dallas are behind him. Financially, the argument for releasing Wilson is compelling. The Cowboys are already tight against the cap, and restructuring existing contracts alone won't be enough to afford future deals for Bland, Parsons, and Smith. Parsons is on track to reset the market for edge defenders, while Bland's breakout campaign in 2023, featuring a league-leading pick-6 tally, will warrant a lucrative extension. Smith, meanwhile, is emerging as one of the best young interior linemen in football. Keeping all 3 in Dallas long-term will require shrewd financial planning now. That planning may come at the expense of veterans like Wilson, whose declining performance no longer matches his cap hit. The team has younger, cheaper options at safety, including Marquise Bell, Wanya Thomas, and Israel Mukumu, all of whom have flash potential and versatility in limited roles. Eberflus' scheme emphasizes discipline and fundamentals over splash plays, which could favor a transition to developing depth rather than paying a premium for past production. Ultimately, releasing Wilson would be a tough but potentially necessary decision. It's the kind of move that reflects the brutal reality of roster management in the NFL, sometimes good players are let go to preserve great ones. For the Cowboys, keeping their young stars in navy and silver may require letting go of a respected veteran whose best fit may no longer be in Dallas. Cowboys urged to sign bounce-back Trayvon Diggs replacement. One thing that quickly became apparent in the wake of the Cowboys being linked, albeit very speculatively, to a trade for Dolphins cornerback Jaylen Ramsay is that virtually no Cowboys reporter has any intel suggesting the team has an appetite to make a deal for Ramsay. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler mentioned the Cowboys as a potential landing spot for Ramsay, along with the Rams and Commanders, but even he was saying no deal is imminent. It's easy to see why the Cowboys, even as they need cornerback depth, are not interested. Ramsay is expensive, having signed an extension with Miami that carries a guaranteed $24 million, $17 million of which hits this season. The Cowboys also don't want to give up any picks, even late-round ones, for a player who likely won't stick around long. Ramsay could be cut by the Dolphins after June 1st, but even then, the Cowboys might balk at a player who would still be expensive and in decline. As veteran reporter Ed Werder of WFAA noted about the Cowboys' Ramsay link on Twitter, X, I do not believe this has even been a topic of discussion within the Cowboys at this time. Cowboys in need of Trayvon Diggs replacement. With Trayvon Diggs recovering from another knee surgery and likely only able to play at the tail end of the 2025 season, if at all, the Cowboys could use another proven name in the cornerback room. Former Bills flameout Kaiir Elam will get a shot, as will third-round pick Siobhan Revel Jr., but there just is not enough depth on the roster. The option to bring back Stephon Gilmore is out there, too. But Pro Football Focus this week highlighted some players who had down years in 2024 but are ready for a bounce back in 2025, and one would be perfect for the Cowboys' needs. Veteran cornerback Rasul Douglas, who is likely to be effective both on the payroll sheet and on the field, if the Cowboys can lure him to Dallas on a bargain deal. Douglas has been in the NFL for 8 seasons, and has been with Philadelphia, Carolina, Green Bay, and Buffalo in that time. He was part of the Eagles' 2017 Super Bowl winner, and has played in 11 postseason games in his career. What do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the channel.